Okay, tubes, here's an update on the old Clinton engine, b700 model. Sprayed everything down with Seafoam Deep Creep and got to working on it a little bit. Got sprayed some Deep Creep down in the head here and on all of the bolts all the way around just to see what was inside. Got the bolts off, took the head off, covered in carbon and nastiness. That's from sitting on my workbench, a little bit of sawdust. I'll clean that stuff off later. Really should have known better, but the gasket's actually in pretty decent shape. I'm probably going to use it over again because I don't have any money right now to spend on trying to get another gasket for it. But this was all caked in like literally a quarter-inch worth of nonsense, just nasty, nasty stuff. The exhaust valve is stuck open. Can't get it loose. I've kind of played with it a little bit, but I didn't want to mess it up any, so tapped it real easy with the butt of a hammer and didn't really get it to move. Sprayed some Deep Creep on it and it's sitting and working. The intake valve works. I'd show you, but I've got the flywheel off. Pull that off in a second. But this right here, the carburetor, it's a Carter Model N. It's in pretty decent shape. It really surprised me. Took the bowl off of it and it's clean. That's pretty much the way I took it off. There's nothing in there really. And as far as this goes, the float, as you can see, moves very freely. And if you look down in there, while it's up, like it's mounted on the engine, kind of hard to do with a camera in your hand, phone. But, you can see that needle valve. Just barely see the plunger flow. Let me see if I can get on this red. There you go. You can kind of see it there, and it moves up and down freely. It's in good shape. It doesn't stick. Made me happy. Took the jets out of it. Or this long needle anyway, which I'm assuming is the jet. And you can see it's in pretty decent shape. Well, you can't really see it, but bear with me here. Now, I was told by somebody a long time ago, if you hold the jet up to a light, you can see through it, and it's in good shape. But let's see if I can show you some light through this thing. I don't know if I can, because that light's really bright. Ah, you can see a little sparkle there. That's one of them. That hole's clean. And see, you can see another little sparkle just barely by that paint mixer. It shows you that that one's clean too. But needless to say, the holes in it are clean. I even took out the there's another little adjustable needle here. I'm not sure what it does. It might be the idle mixture. Let's see, that one threads in nice. It came out nice, all by hand, no tools needed, which is kind of amazing for something that's been sitting as long as this one has. I took this one out too, and I'm assuming that's the way that guy's supposed to be machined. If you can see, it's got like a little step on it. It's kind of hard to zoom in on. But you can see it's got a little step on it. And it's actually a point. It comes up to a point. It's a nice little needle. It doesn't seem to have any burring or anything has gone with it, wrong with it, showing it's been over torqued down into the seat. Which again is also very nice. If I can get this thing started, here we go. And also, I pecked around on the flywheel there a little bit and kind of smacked it with a hammer once or twice, and not hard, obviously, but I ended up getting the thing off. It's got some weight to it. 2 great big magnets and counterweight on it. One neat thing about it that I found was the magnets on it are actually quite strong. See? So that means, that gives me hope for the magneto, hoping that it works. Here's the coil. Coil, you know, it looks nice and old. It's wrapped in that glass tape, that fibrous glass tape, and it's got a lot of gunk on it here. I've got to clean that off at some point. And then I went down and took a look at the points. Cover off the points here. Let's see if I can get this tilted so the light doesn't mess with it too bad. Start looking at the points here, and the points, come on zoom, come on focus, there we go. You can see the points there, they're awful corroded. I do not have a file handy right now, or else I'd clean them up, but everything works like it should. And I'm assuming that the condenser is fine. I don't really know, because I don't have a multimeter to really test it. So, there's an update on the old Clinton. See what I can do to try to get this sucker running. Something I found was pretty neat was on this little points cover here. It's got a little piece of felt on it. Not sure what it's for, but it rests right up against those pieces of the coil there. I'm assuming it's to just discharge anything that kind of builds up any static or whatnot. Builds up on anything, but nice little piece of felt there. And the keyway for it, in my handy parts box, it's got a little step out of it. Keyway came out really easily. Just took a pair of pliers to it and right out. Pretty nice. So here's the update on the old Clinton. I'm going to try to get the flywheel cover, or the magneto cover, or this whole assembly off and this backing plate off. If I can get that off, and I'll show you guys the guts. We'll see what it looks like. And another thing I wanted to show you was inside here. See if I can get it turned a little bit. There we go. But the bore doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look like it's scored real bad. I run my finger in there, can't catch anything, so hopefully just a little bit of a hone and this thing will be alright, because it's really hard to see with this camera. But there's a little bit of rust on the top of it through here, and it needs cleaned off. It's a little rough, just so the rings will reseat on it here. And this guy, the oil fill hole, pretty neat. Found out it's got a dipstick on it. The dipstick indicates no oil. If there is oil in it, it's probably congealed into goo. And as you can see, it's got some minor corrosion on it. Looks all furry. So I'll have to clean that up. No big deal. Alrighty here. Alright, tubes. Thanks a lot.